This time on Highway Thru Hell. Closure in the canyon.
There's 2 trucks banged up down here.
Wow. This is not an easy task.
Forces Geordie's crew
We want to clear this traffic on this side.
to pull an all-nighter. Team Green
Just think of a giant ostrich egg.
juggles an odd job. And Jamie's top man
There will be words exchanged over this.
cleans house. On the Highway Thru Hell, the last line of defense is a heavy rescue team ready to tackle any disaster. Because closure is not an option.
Be careful in the coast. This rain is supposed to turn into snow. Watch as you start coming up the head.
On BC's Coquihalla Highway,
It is definitely sticking up its bucket.
a late-night storm has caught drivers off guard.
When you head up the Coquihalla to the top of the mountain, you're heading into the eye of the storm.
Oh no, she's a snowing.
You're in your own little hemisphere of weather and trucks and snow plows.
Clouds heading down the hill.
Truck drivers are having trouble going up and down the hill.
That night in the Coquihalla seems to last forever.
Yeah, we got a little storm going on.
Al Quiring is on his way to tow a semi blocking the hammer lane.
Did that guy burn himself to the top of the hill, Angie?
Still trying to get up, and I think
Tonight it's mostly a case of idiots. I just gotta back down there and get this guy. Sometimes they're happy and recognize that they need help. Okay, just go easy. And then there's other people that seem to be content with being stuck in one spot.
that guy's still trying to spin his chains off.
Oh, he's got her full throttle there, so it's a little bit dangerous to be hooking on. I'll just wait till they blow something up.
Al meets up with highway maintenance.
Idiot Phil's here tonight.
But the driver just won't give up.
Come on, buddy, come on, come on. Sometimes I wonder if they like to do it on purpose. He's gonna blow his truck up here eventually. He's been at this for about half an hour already. These drivers think that they're gonna put on these cheap tire chains, thinking this is gonna save the day and they'll get them right through the Coquihalla.
Finally,
You're getting told!
the ice and everyone's patience has worn thin.
See, watch out.
"40 miles away in the Fraser Canyon,
Running into some reduced visibility.
Pretty scary out there.
dense fog is slowing down the overnight freight runs.
Can't even see where the hell I'm going here.
Just after 9 p.m.,
Okay, we're stopped up here.
traffic in the canyon grinds to a halt. 2 fully loaded tractor trailers have collided, shutting down Highway 1.
There's a lumber truck rolled over there.
Freaks all over the road.
There's 2 trucks banged up down here.
An accident between a B train loaded with lumber and a courier truck full of mail has scattered debris across all lanes.
Now we have a complete block of the Trans-Canada Highway. Oh, this could be ours.
The lumber truck lost control in the fog, left the road, and rolled onto its side. Moments later, coming from the same direction, the courier truck jackknifed hard into the B train. Both drivers escaped injury. The courier driver is still on scene.
There was no way I was going to be able to stop. Slammed into him at about 100 kilometers an hour. Scared the you-know-what out of me.
You're gonna need some heavy equipment to clear all this.
Hey, buddy. Was fully loaded with lumber.
Mission Towing already has one driver at the wreck.
We're having a party on Highway 1.
10 minutes later, Jordy DeParent arrives to lead the recovery.
She's pretty twisted there.
This is a big recovery. This lumber truck picks up the entire road.
Wow. Yeah, the whole highway's blocked off, eh?
There's nothing getting through until we move it.
It looks like an all-nighter.
This is not an easy task.
Back on the coke.
Come on, buddy.
A driver blocking a lane,
Enough!
trying to get up on his own,
Enough!
has run out of options.
You have no choice! You're getting towed! You're gonna cause an accident!
Highway maintenance gives Al the green light to do his job.
Thanks, Al!
Some people just can't think beyond their own self.
After a 30-minute holdup and 3-minute tow-up, the trucker
An arm and a leg, buddy.
learns a tough lesson.
You probably put 300 miles on your truck.
Wait, listen. D-train in the weeds, downside.
But Al's night is just getting rolling.
There's something going on.
Down the hill, another truck is blocking a lane.
It's getting worse by the second. All because of one guy down here. What are you doing?
It's getting.
It looked like he steered off and into the snowbank to stop the truck because he was panicking. Can you get going? Because you're in a bad spot here. You're going to cause an accident. Somebody else is going to smoke into the accident. There you go. Put the phone down. We're trying to get the road opened up here.
If you can pull that down, how much?
Pull you down the hill. You know how stupid that sounds? He wanted me to tow him down the hill. Well, if you hook onto that guy and something goes wrong, you're now a 200,000-pound missile coming down that bobsled chute. And God help anybody getting in your way. If you don't want to move it on your own, we're going to move it for you. We're going to... He's got the door locked now. Oh, let's go get the cops up here. They're coming for you. Woo, 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 woo.
A commercial vehicle safety enforcement officer arrives.
You can't wait here. We got hundreds of vehicles up there waiting to go down.
CVSE comes and they show him the badge and show him the riot act.
Different breed tonight, eh?
Must be the moon. And he finally agrees to put the chains on. It's a good word of advice, buddy. Don't come back here till you got winter tires, eh?
Chained up,
Are you ready? Lots of room, buddy. You got lots of room.
the truck
Nice and slow.
heads down the smasher.
Gotta go back up the hill then?
Yeah. I don't know if it was Friday the 13th or full moon time, but it seemed everybody was wearing cranky pants. One of those nights on the Coquihalla.
Down in the Fraser Canyon,
Somewhere at the back here, nothing's moved up front, has it?
No, not yet.
A collision between a courier truck and a B train loaded with lumber
Lumber everywhere.
has choked off Highway 1.
Did he ever do a number?
Jordy and his team get to work
We want to clear this traffic on this side coming down.
on the massive multi-stage recovery.
Get that one out of the way.
Operator Dylan Greenwood hustles to move the lumber truck's rear trailer far enough
You're good there, Dylan. You're past it.
to open a single lane of traffic.
They're gonna be opening up one lane. About time.
Do single lane alternating traffic to relieve some of the traffic that's been stuck in the lineup.
Opening up one lane.
And Gord, thank you very much.
Missions heavy operator Neil Wakefield
What's up, buddy? Welcome to the party.
and Jordy's brother Nick
It's a game plan, fellas.
have all arrived to help tackle the mangled mess.
There's carnage all over the place, and we're gonna be here a little while.
Unpin the rear trailer, do it on its own. Yeah.
The crew begins by finishing the job Dylan started.
Put it onto its wheels. Get it out of the way. Let's try.
Flipping the back trailer of the lumber truck so it can be towed away.
If we just get a long chain, we can grab hook. We actually have to flip this thing all the way around to set it down onto its wheels.
Come on, slow down.
But the live lane of traffic, just feet from Jordy's crew,
Nick, watch your back.
leaves little room to work.
So I'm ready whenever he's ready.
Okay, watch Dylan. I'll watch Neil. You ready? Okay, coming over. Neil, go.
We want to bring this thing up and rotate it and set it down onto its wheels. It's controlled the whole time. Keep that line.
And just get ready, because it's going to want to swing.
Kind of one eye on the wreck and one eye kind of keeping an eye over your own shoulder.
Neil, hang on.
There's a lumber truck there, White House. Sure spread that lumber around, didn't he?
In BC's Fraser Canyon,
If we just get a long chain, we can grab hook that.
Jordy, Nick, and the mission crew
Unpin the rear trailer, do it on its own. Yeah.
clean up a spectacular wreck on Highway 1.
This is a major wreck. There's 2 trucks and trailers destroyed here.
Two hours ago, a B train carrying lumber flipped onto its side. Seconds later, a courier truck slammed into the wreck.
So I'm ready whenever he's ready.
Okay, coming over.
Jordy's crew is trying to flip the back trailer of the lumber truck.
Get ready, because it's going to want to swing.
Hang on, Neil. Let Dylan catch up.
To roll it onto its wheels next to a live lane of traffic.
Now start taking this line in. Up with the boom a little more.
There we go. It's gonna swing a bit. It's gonna swing in. There it goes.
We want to bring this thing down onto its wheels, controlled the whole time. Now lead with this low line.
The first piece of the lumber truck
That's good, Trav. Didn't even break any airlines, so he can just drive away with it. Love it.
is hauled away. Now Jordy and Nick will tackle the courier truck.
This truck has a load of mail and parcels in it. We want to get this delivery moving as quickly as we can.
Hold tension on both of them for me, Dylan. Keep it tight.
I'm not so convinced of this one being easy.
The tractor trailer is badly jackknifed. As the crew gets a closer look,
Kind of ugly, eh?
the extent of the damage becomes clear.
Not much we can do with this one. Nope.
This thing's in rough shape. It's not going to be an easy one to tow.
Jordy's team has to improvise.
Just throw that chain on there.
Okay. To get the front of the wreck on the underlift.
I'm sitting on number 1 in that friggin' lineup.
With traffic on Highway 1 still at a crawl,
I'll just say the least, I'm really pissed off.
Hey, Neil, take it back to Hope, drop it, fly back up, then we'll do this.
the courier truck is on its way.
Lickety split, nothing to it. Booyah!
But the toughest part of the recovery, the rest of the lumber truck, is still to come.
We have one more part of this recovery to finish off, and now the pressure's on.
What a mess that is. Like a bad game of Jacob.
125 miles to the north.
It's that type of snow that just turns to ice as soon as you drive on it.
Breaking the gas creek, eh?
Scott Bird drives through a storm.
We are seeing snow tonight.
She's slick.
To a wreck 3 hours from Jamie's home base.
We're on our way to Cache Creek to some sort of collision involving at least one big truck. I believe this is our accident.
Southbound stopped at the bottom of the hill, just be advised.
Push a little bit up, eh? Well, you hit me hard, man.
The semi was clipped by an oncoming rig that's already been towed away.
She's a fixer.
The driver's side hood is gone. The front tire is pushed way back.
The wreck is blocking one lane on a downhill stretch.
We got single lane traffic here. Yeah, it would be wise to approach it real slow.
It's obviously very icy. There's no time to stop for nothing.
That's kind of a recipe for disaster.
But the crumpled front end means it won't be a simple tow job.
Because the axle's tore out of it. I don't want to trust the springs. I don't want to trust anything.
This is a dangerous spot. You got to think quickly, and you got to figure a way through this problem.
Hook it and buck it.
Scott sets up for a chain lift, an old school technique for towing damaged cabs.
That's the way we're going to go about her tonight. It's the old Truckmaster style hookup. Old school technology, but it's used every day. Unhooking it.
Scott disconnects the tractor from the trailer, so the units can be towed separately back to Jamie's yard in Hope.
Now I gotta go underneath and pull a drive line out.
But before Scott can haul the tractor away, he needs to prep it for the road.
I'm thinking, hey, this is gonna be easy.
So we got the shaft out. We can open the road, make it a little safer for everybody.
Air it up, hook it up, and go.
Put an airline on this and we're out of here.
But the piece needed to attach the wrecker's airline to the cab has disappeared.
I'm missing a bunch of these that adapt up and down to different sizes for the air tanks.
There's been other people driving the truck. My airline is not rigged up the way that it was. Marbles.
Scott suspects the part is at the yard in Hope, a 3-hour drive south.
That's the bucket that had everything in it that one man would ever need to tow. And now it ain't there. I don't have an end on my airline. I ain't got all.
They're alternating traffic.
On a highway near Cache Creek, 3 hours from Jamie's yard. Scott Bird is in trouble.
I don't have an end on my airline. I ain't got all.
Scott's missing a small part needed to air up and release the brakes on a damaged tractor.
Somebody else can use my truck. You don't put all away.
Without the part, Scott can't tow the wreck back to Hope.
Oh, come on.
I should have had that thing picked up and moved off the road within 5 minutes. My hopes and dreams of a quick lift and go were very rapidly crushed.
Now here I am on the side of the road looking like an idiot.
But Scott isn't giving up.
I can get it off the road. It's just a matter of finding enough pieces to do it.
I had to get creative with some plumbing hardware.
Scott improvises a fitting for his airline.
Okay, that's that.
Bada boom, done.
Scott's nearly ready to roll, but won't let go about the missing part.
Chasing around after stuff because somebody didn't put it back the way that they found it. We can't do this on the side of the road. There will be words exchanged over this.
Okay, the tow truck is leaving.
We're out of here.
What lanes are blocked?
On Highway 1,
This thing is messed up.
Mission Towing is in the final stage of a massive all-night recovery.
That accident cleaned up?
After 7 hours, Jordy and his crew must remove what's left of a lumber truck.
It's about 6:30 in the morning and we don't have a lot of time. Rush hour is right around the corner.
To get it done quickly, the crew will try to flip the tractor and front trailer at the same time.
I'm just gonna chain the cab down so that when we pull this thing over, the cab comes with it.
To pull it off, they'll need all lanes of the narrow canyon highway.
Just shut it right down?
Shut it down.
We try not to close the road, but the best way to do it is to do a road closure.
One is closed.
With two wreckers on opposite sides and opposite ends, one will try to lift and rotate the trailer, while the other peels the cab off the passenger side and onto its wheels.
Backing up. And we're gonna basically belly wrap it so the chain comes out and comes around. We gotta go, traffic's backing up.
The pressure's on for us to get this thing loaded on our equipment and get it out of here.
Okay, we're ready.
The two wreckers start to lift and pull.
The back is so twisted out. Hopefully it springs back.
Work that lower line. That lower line. There we go.
Okay. Neil? Be careful, you guys.
We want to do this in one shot.
Boom up a little more.
There we go. Just like that. Beautiful. Sweet.
Grab the trailer and winch it around just to free up a lane to let some of the traffic get by.
Sitting here waiting for this road to open.
Go ahead, Neil. Once that's out of the way, you guys can open it up again.
We're trying to do this before daylight, before the rush happens on Highway 1 here.
Are they letting any traffic through there on the accident yet? Yes, sir. Roger that.
Highway's open. Very, very, very impressive.
But the job's not over. Tractor and trailer must now be separated before being towed away.
There we go.
We're happy to have this thing basically on the home stretch now. It's been a long night. Everybody's tired. We're looking at the time, and it's coffee o'clock now.
Slick. That was awesome. It was quite the job, and we got it done right for daylight. Great teamwork by our crew.
It was a major wreck in the big scene. We're celebrating a victory on this one.
After a tough night, Scott Bird's back at Jamie's yard.
All right, you dirty sons of bitches.
On the hunt to find the missing part.
This is other people's mess. That's garbage. Everything that I reached for that I thought was there wasn't where I left it, and it was just a pain.
It's starting to really get under my skin.
Scott finds the part after cleaning up a counter piled with junk.
This little area is a dumping ground. There's just absolutely nothing where it belongs. I guess today's a cleanup day.
This winter, Jamie hired Scott to set an example.
He's doing his job, he's looking after business. So whatever way it gets done, I don't really care, just get it done.
But I think this is the right tool for the job.
At the heavy rescue yard in Hope,
This little area is a dumping ground.
Scott Bird's still fuming.
It's just a cluttered frickin' mess. But I think this is the right tool for the job.
He's sending a message to the rest of Jamie's team to put their tools back where they belong.
Yeah, I gotta get the stuff out of here and moved.
As Scott finishes off the crew junk table, the boss returns.
Got us some firewood for tonight.
Wow. He's taken the bull by the horns, a little rough around the edges sometimes.
Well, I don't mind this. I think this is a pretty good idea, actually.
But I can trust he's gonna make the right moves.
It's good. It's getting really clean in here. Things are gonna work out.
In the Fraser Valley,
Big Green to the rescue.
Al Quiring heads down a back road to a strange call.
Yeah, cement mixer overturned into a creek. See what the action is when we get there.
A 65,000-pound cement drum went for a tumble and rolled into a ditch near someone's front yard. It was parked near the edge of the driveway when the driver turned the mixer on.
Without thinking, fired the truck up, and when the drum started spinning,
The truck has already been towed away. But the cement-filled drum won't be so easy.
Just think of a giant, giant ostrich egg. That's really heavy.
Al's right-hand man, Gord Boyd, and his 50-ton record
Let me get down to the bottom side there, Al.
have been called in to help.
That's the kind of job you don't want to screw around on. You want to get in there and you want to do it right. Well, it's through.
But the big egg isn't built for easy rigging.
It's slippery in the middle and it'll slide right off.
Al and Gord managed to wrap a sling and shackle around each end.
There we go. The drum doesn't have wheels on it. It's bulky, it's awkward. It's going to take some finesse.
To drag the 30-ton drum out of the ditch, Al and Gord will use nearby trees to anchor their wreckers and double their winch lines for the pull.
This line here, we're just gonna use one snatch block in it, and then this one will be through a block, double block.
Okay. There you go. Beautiful. That'll work.
We got some extra safety rigging so we don't flip over.
But the soft slope and dirt road the wreckers will pull from could be a problem.
There is a danger that the ground I'm sitting on could give way.
Gord and Al tighten their lines.
Anytime you're around those kind of conditions, you've really got to be on your game. Use both lines there, Gord. Just bring it all the way. I don't need to tell you that's a loaded gun right there. Gord, pull more with the bottom.
As the drum reaches the top of the bank,
Hold it, Gord.
the ground starts to give.
Just wait. That's the last thing we want.
In the valley,
Use both lines there, Gord.
Al and Gord fight to pull a 65,000-pound cement mixer up a crumbling bank.
Bring it all the way.
Near the top of the road,
Just hold it, Gord. Just wait.
the fully loaded drum is digging in, carving up ground the heavy wreckers are parked on.
There is a danger that the ground could give way.
I don't want to see this. Where'd our shovels go? Here's Gordy and I tied to this 65,000-pound ostrich egg.
After clearing the path,
Okay, out of there.
Al and Gord ease the drum out of the ditch.
Move all with it, Gord. Okay, bring her down.
Reagan did his job just like it was supposed to. We did it right. It worked.
Okay, that's part of the battle.
Now the fun part.
Al and Gord need to maneuver the mixer another 30 feet to the road.
What we're gonna do is just hopscotch it out.
This is actually the tricky part because we're going to balance this thing with two trucks and we're going to try and move it.
Just back up till you're touching and just start booming out with it. Don't worry about the tree, you'll go underneath it.
Okay. It's going to be a bit of a dance to get this thing out onto the road.
Boom out and I'll pull it as far as I can.
Okay, that's boom all the way out. I've got the weight.
Keep bringing it. back up one more time.
Okay.
At that point, we're actually carrying the cement drum between two tow trucks, pulling it out to the road. That's it, Gord.
We got it out.
With the drum on the road, a flatbed rolls in
Get this thing loaded and get it out of here.
to cradle the big egg for the ride home. Al and Gord's oddball recovery is in the books.
We came, we pulled that out, and there it goes. We did the job, and nothing got wrecked.
Three hours east,
Another storm coming in tonight, I hear.
Jamie's newest driver rides into unfamiliar territory.
We're up here doing teamwork for this police rotation.
Mike, the wrench Reynolds, was hired as a mechanic with a chance to become a heavy wrecker operator. Jamie's dispatched Mike to the town of Princeton.
We're heading up here to have a towing yard.
Mike will back up local tow operator Tyler Lee
They're expecting a couple of bad storms.
How you doing? Not bad.
during one of the toughest weeks of winter.
Jamie had asked me to help out the local tow company that doesn't have a heavy wrecker.
Just outside the town,
I don't think I want to go down this hill.
Highway 3's narrow and winding trucking route
Could get ugly.
is tough for drivers and Jamie's new recruit.
Highway 3 has all kinds of different dangers to it. It has steep hills, winding corners, and it has huge drop-offs.
So we're gonna camp out here and take on whatever work we can get.
Mike's visit doesn't go unnoticed by the locals.
What are you guys doing? That's the closest I've ever been to them. Mechanic, tow truck driver, a deer whisperer.
At 8 p.m.,
Getting a couple inches of snow out on the road right now.
Mike heads out to Whipsaw Hill.
Whipsaw is on Highway 3, and it's the same steep hill as the Coquihalla, just add a few more curves to it. Trucks spin out on it just like they do on the Coke.
11% downhill grade.
Slowly slipping down this damn hill.
20 minutes into the Whipsaw stakeout,
Trucks biting and clawing and scratching and trying to get up.
Mike's on the move to a spun-out heavy load.
All the way to Princeton. So,
There he is.
The loaded B train is blocking the road on a steep switchback.
You gonna be able to pull me up?
Icy conditions. Super big, huge, 120,000-pound double trailer truck. It's tough stuff.
But on his first tow-up of the night,
Come on, you freaking newbie.
Mike's having trouble getting in gear.
He's rolling. Fighting in there.
After 10 minutes,
Going pretty good.
Mike gets the trucker to the top of the hill.
Thanks a lot.
Have a good night, eh? Sweet.
2 minutes later, another stranded semi
Yeah, I come to a stop there, tow truck.
sends Mike back down the hill.
He spun out up on the second set of switchbacks here somewhere. Not too far up the road here, I think. How's it going, bud?
But Jamie's heavy rescue rookie
Son of a bitch.
runs into his first major hitch of the night.
You got the tow hooks that go in your bumper?
No, I don't.
Oh.
The tow pins on the spun-out truck are missing.
It's not too awesome not having the proper tow hooks with the guy in the truck.
That's the worst case scenario for doing a heavy load pull-up up a hill.
If Mike can't come up with a plan,
Where are they?
traffic will stack up on the slippery highway.
Yeah, I come to a stop there. Go dark.
On Whipsaw Hill,
How's it going, bud?
Mike the Wrench is helping truckers climb an icy stretch of Highway 3.
A little bit new territory, new ground for him to try to work within here.
When he runs into trouble,
He's got no tow pin on the front of his truck. He's got tow sockets.
I'm not impressed with this situation.
Mike's only option is to attempt a modified chain lift.
I'm gonna hook a chain around his front axle and go off a low point of my truck so we don't pull up into his bumper.
A risky move for a rookie operator.
So I'm gonna add a snatch block to the back of HR66 so I can run my winch line down from the boom to the snatch block, which is a nice low spot, and that'll go straight back under his front bumper to his front axle.
Mike will use his low line to avoid damaging the semi's front end. But losing his high line will decrease pulling power.
Not having that downward angle on the cable will lose a lot of the weight from his truck to pull me down.
You get extra tire spin. It's just a straight up tug of war now.
We're just gonna go first gear low. Yeah, all the way up there.
Okay, I'm ready.
All right, take it on.
All right.
The fully loaded semi puts Mike's 25-ton wrecker to the test.
Going slow, but I'm going up.
That was pretty easy, eh?
Yeah, 10-4.
Mike troubleshoots his second tow-up of the night.
Feels pretty awesome.
Getting off this road.
Then moves on to one more.
Then we got another guy called in. All right, buddy, here we go. Third pull-up tonight. That's pretty good, even for Coquihalla standards. Good old girl.
Thank you very much.
No trouble, bud. Safe travels.
I think Jamie will be able to get a good night's sleep tonight.
Decent first night.
I haven't wrecked anything. I kept myself busy, got all the jobs done, and made some new contacts.
We're just getting warmed up.
Back in Hope,
Done and done.
Mike returns to Jamie's yard after a successful first tour in Princeton.
Mike's taking care of business here, and he's starting to learn the recovery game. I think he shows great promise for the future. He's a ticketed mechanic. He can fix things. He can do recovery work. And I've got my select group of guys with me.
Well, good job. You pulled it off. Really good job.
He's a valuable part of the team.
All right, we'll see you later.
You
Gotta
betcha.
deal with the office.
It's a good feeling. I don't have to second guess sending him on a job. I know he's gonna handle things.
Next time on Highway Thru Hell.
Number 3 is pretty bad.
Jamie's top dog
But this will be the epic wreck of the year.
gets more than he bargained for.
We're right on the verge of tipping the thing over.
It's a serious load.
A colossal convoy
That's pretty badass.
trapped on the mountain
Here goes nothing.
tests a heavy rescue rookie.
Ready?
And
Go ahead.
mission towing
I'm not convinced it's gonna work.
tackles a river monster.